Today's project is to replace the clearance lights on the back of the RV. After 30 years of sunlight, they're looking really pink, really faded. I've wired one in, still needs to be mounted, and we'll take a look at replacing the other four. So these are our three middle lights. Step one, of course, get rid of the old lenses. Just pop off. And number three. Of course, these are all screwed in using a bit that I don't have on me. If you can see that, that's actually a square drive. Let me go ahead and get one. Square drive is called a square drive, of course, because it's square. So start in the middle and back these screws out of here. Let's try a little more clutch. There we go. I had the clutch set a little lower because I was driving some screws in that I didn't want to strip. I'll show you that here in a minute. These are going to be held in also by some old caulking. So once we get that out, we'll our trusty screwdriver again, see if we can get back behind it without doing any damage to anything surrounding it. Alright, that's one down. Be careful when you're prying against this fiberglass. Fiberglass you want to keep. And one more. All right. You'll see that they're actually wired in series. Well, not really series. They're daisy chained together. Two wires coming in, one positive, one negative, two wires going out, one positive, one negative. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab a putty knife and a regular knife and see if I can get some of this caulking taken out of here. Because like anything else, the key to a good job is going to be the prep. So we're going to clean this up real good. And then we're going to spray it down with some cleaner so that when we go to put our own sealing on it, it'll seal. And what you can see here, because I went with the less expensive replacement, the original penetration is not centered. So what I'm going to need to do is use a hole saw, which looks like this, and center that hole, which in itself is going to be kind of a pain because I won't have anything to bite into while trying to center that hole, which means I'm going to have to use both hands. You'll see that this actually cleaned up pretty nice though. You also see a few gouges, which is why I say be careful when you're prying against that gel coat. on your fiberglass. It's very easily damaged. One thing I have to be careful of is not to chew through the same wires that I'm going to be using to hook up the new light. Alright, let me go ahead and clear the saw. There we go. And then 4 more just like that. We'll be able to put our new ones in. So for these where the wire was never really cut, just inserted into the fixture, I can pull that wire back again. We'll use a quick splice. Goes over the wire. The other wire gets inserted into one of the holes. The whole thing just gets crimped together. So again, quick splice actually just goes over the wire. Then you can insert the other wire into the other hole for the new fixture. Having a little bit of difficulty doing this one-handed, but you get the idea. Then a pair of pliers, clamp that whole thing together, and you have a connection. Now with our new fixture connected to our old wiring, we should be able to slide that back into place. With the new hole, should be able to line this up in the old socket. And one hole lines up, the other one I'll just have to pre-drill. It's the same deal with all 3 of them. And then we have one more down on the end to finish, and I'll be done for the day. Don't forget some hardware. One lined up with the old hole, one lined up with the one I just made. Little power drilling. Maybe a slightly newer bit. Maybe not doing this left-handed. we go. New fixtures. Why stainless steel hardware? I won't say it'll never rust. It's a whole lot less likely to rust than that stuff that I just took out of here. Did you notice the color? Once I actually cleaned up some of this fiberglass. They used to call it putty. Color of all your office equipment, color of your computers. Why was everything that color? I'm given to understand it's because plastic was white. The fire retardant made it look dingy. So of course at this point, you're going to want to test it. Make sure all your lights are working before you put any caulking on the fixtures. If you have a wiring problem, fix the wiring problem first. Once you put some caulk on there, it's going to be a mess to try and rewire. Basically redoing the whole job again. Looks like we're in good shape. So I'm going to go ahead and caulk it, then put some lenses on it. Anytime at all caulking, invest in one of these. It's a pneumatic caulking gun. I picked one up years ago for a specific project. Oh, I love this thing. It's one of the cheapest pneumatic tools you can possibly get to. Just don't pump it up more than about 25 pounds.